Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nail Crusade. My name's Lorna, and today is going to be a Temu haul, and I'm going to start with sort of the things that are going to make life easier for me or be helpful for me with recording my videos and taking photos and things like that, and then I'll move on. I'm going to do it in little chunks, so we should be all good to go. Right, looking forward to sharing my haul with you, and we'll get on with the first piece. So this has come by land because it was too big to fly, but it's taken a little while to come. But I tend to take, when I've done a set of nails, I'll take a photograph of them. And as those of you who've been watching me for a little while now will know, my nail desk is in my lounge, my front room, along with everybody else. So let's have a little look what's in the box. Now I think this is like a background for taking photographs and things. So I think this must be stands, and these must be, oh look, these must be background. So I think what you do is you open that up. So you open it up and then you'll put the backgrounds and things on it. Right. So I shall show you that. I'll have a look at it and show you that a bit later when I've worked out and I've put it together. Now, there was another box and I want to look to see whether this is the same or this has got different backgrounds. So let's have a look and see. As you all know, I'm trying to get for those 200 subscribers by the end of June. It's a big leap, but this looks like this is the same. So, not sure how heavy it is and how much it will cost me to send, but if it is the same, it will go in my giveaway. So, these actually no, these might be slightly different. I think I've got pink, lots of different backgrounds in there. So I shall have a little look, and you might well find that when I show you what's going to be in my giveaway, there might be some of that in there. Right, so we are talking filming, and one of the things that I'm struggling with is keeping in shot. So my thoughts were that I need to maybe have something. That's his little cat, I think. Maybe have something that I would know that if I went off the blue, then my hands would be out of shot. So that was one of my ideas, was this blue silicone matte. It has, there's the other side as well. So there is actually, I don't know whether you can see, this might be handy. I can see a very fine outline there of the bear. Now, if I always kept my hands there, that would keep me in shot the way the camera is set up at the moment. So, but I did have some other ideas, so I'm going to show the other ideas as well. So it's now the next day, and I'm editing the video, and I found that a big chunk of it is missing. So I'm about to re-record. Just explains to you why I now have no design on my nails, and I'm just waiting to finish this and then redo them. We have a lovely hedgehog here, and if I keep my hands in this area, I know that they will always be in shot, and there's room for me to zoom in. I did think he was quite cute. As you get to know me, you will know that I really do have a thing about Winnie the Pooh. Piglet, Eeyore, not so much. Tigger, maybe, it reminds me of my son, but I'm definitely Winnie the Pooh. This one I'd probably use with the camera further down and and just have this half showing. And again, I would have, and that would be quite cute because if I was painting nails, you'd see Pooh looking at the nails. So I thought that one was quite sweet. Talking about sweet, we have the pussycat. Again, if I was zoomed in a bit more, I'd probably just use the pussycat's tummy. More cuteness. And then if we're going for something with a bit more style, we have the cherry blossom here. So if I kept my hands in there, I would definitely know that we were in frame. Now, I really liked this one, I thought, but it's a bit big. So I could have my brush cleaner in here, my colours in here, and there's even space for my nail brushes. Can you see that coming in the bottom? But it's a bit big. Maybe if I was working on a friend's nails, that would be okay. Then we have this very pretty marbly one that I like. But again, it's a bit big. So possibly have it there, and then I'd do all my work here. So I can see where my hands need to be. And then I think this is the last one of these, and probably one of my favourites. Very pretty. Then probably work in this area. Actually, it's so big, I could make this into two separate knots. So I would have a bigger one there. Right, so that's all the maths. Right, I hadn't found all of my maths. I found some more to show you. So this one is a lovely lady. So it's quite big. Again, I feel myself cutting that one up, but that one's really pretty. Really quite like her. She's quite stylish. There's another one here that says, feel happy. And there's got some flowers on the end of it. But I do have more goodies. I'm not sure whether these are for, this one is for using as a palette or using for me to display nails on. I just thought that that was so pretty. Or even as a coaster for my cup of coffee. Really pretty. Okay, talking about nail stands. I'm not sure whether you've seen this one or not. I really do want to have a sort out. But I do like the way this is iridescent in the light. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So for me, this is probably about displaying nails because I really struggle with these little fiddly things for working with them. So I wouldn't use this, but I could use these for displaying a set. And I do like the way it changes colour. So it's really blue there. And then look at that purple. Look at that shift. How amazing is that? I just love it. There's that one. What else I've got down here? Oh, me ducks. Look at these me ducks. Hey? Oh, so cute. So brush holder. That just so cute. Got these little dishes, haven't we? Really useful for sliding in and out. I think I had a blue one before. There's a purple one. A nail palette in green. A jadey green. I do like that colour. And the pink. Another nail brush holder. Yeah. Really cute. So Not sure. I think that's a. So it's obviously a plate and like a coffee cup. And this one's a piece of toast and a lollipop and maybe a donut. Let's see if you can. You've got really cute little faces on. You need to put your brushes down. So you let me know which you prefer. Do you prefer the ducks or the little people? And then just in this section, last but by no means least, this little doggy dish. So really useful for putting charms in or bits and pieces. Just gorgeous. Really, really cute. And I do have, I'm very good at accidentally ordering too. So guess where he'll be going? That's right. I suspect he will be in the giveaway. So 200 subscribers, aiming for the 30th of June. It's 9 days away as I'm recording this. I shall try and get this out as soon as possible. 200 subscribers. I'm currently at about 75. Bit of a way to go. But you know what they say? Shoot for the moon and you might land among the stars. The right phrase? Maybe I'll check that. So, before I move on to the sparkly things and swatching and polishes and stickers and foils and all the glitter and glitz, I've got a bit of a puzzle for you. So, this arrived with my table mats and the silicone bits and pieces. And I thought, I don't know what this is. Anyway, so it's quite difficult to show you, I suppose, in this space. So I don't know whether this is the top or the bottom. There's like a neck hole or a hole in the top. And then there are some holes in the side. And then a leg hole. I don't know. Who knows? So if you do know what this is, please let me know. Because I love Winnie the Pooh, but I do not have a clue. What is going on there? Now, I'm not really a charm sort of person, but I just got these. I thought it's a set, it's a box. There's all its little bits and pieces in there. They're Disney charms, and they might like them. You know, there might be some things that I can do with them. So, and then I started looking at them. So you've got the alien out of Toy Story. I think these are the aliens that are in the claw machine. We have Donald Duck. And the more it's a cat there. The more I started to look at them, they'd all actually fallen out. And I had to, there's a little. Now is that a cat from the Aristocats? Not sure. So if you do know what, and so here we've got Minnie Mouse in black with a blue bow. And then I've got her over here with a red bow. And it just goes on. I've got, I think that's Stitch. That's, I'm not sure, is that a cat or a fox? Please let me know if you know. is the cutest little purple bunny. Can you see there? So, having thought, this will just. There's a chipmunk. Maybe that's Chip and Dale. And they just go on and on. You got your Mickey hands in red and then in white. It just goes on and on. And I thought, there's the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. I've maybe got some stickers coming up later that are Alice in Wonderland. So I really liked that set of charms, and of course it comes all safe hidged away. Some sparklies now. So what do we have here? So this is a gold set. We've got some moons and some stars and what look like broken bits of earring, half very, very thin moons. So moons and stars in that one. And then this, exactly the same, but in silver. And I think that came in a pack of 2 together. I've just taken it out to make it easier. And I'm sure you will have seen stones like these before. So we've got a mixture of different sizes, but I really liked the turquoisey blue that these came in. I thought that was really pretty. So right from a very small flat backed, all flat backed, going to sit really nicely on the nail. And these then are similar, but these are all clear and got like that aurora iridescence to them. So again, varying sizes, varying bits and pieces, but with that iridescence to them. And then these are all sorts of different stones. So there's gold and blue and red in there. And then we've got gold and pearls. And then we've got silver and a deep blue. And then silver and black. And then I think it's a silver and clear. There's some black ones in there. And then this one is a... We get those out. I've just spotted that. This is... It's like a blue, maybe? Looks a bit purpley in this light. Might be able to bring out different colours with the different polishes. So if you put a blue polish with it, I think it would look quite blue. If you put a purple polish with it, you could probably get it to, it would probably look quite purple. Sort of it sits in the middle. Again, I'm just going to show you these last 2 and then we'll move on to some stickers and things. So here we have some silver. I'm going to open these up to let you know what's in there. So we've got butterflies. It's quite big. Not sure that my nails are big enough. We do have Very good, is it? So we do have some bows in there as well. It's a bit tricky to hold them on my nail, but they were quite pretty. And then there's some bows with sort of dot patterns on. And then there's some butterflies, moths. Not 100% sure what that is. Oh. So that's it in focus. Do you know what it's meant to be? Maybe it looks a bit like a dragon. Now I found a lovely idea what this is. Pretty bow. Look at that. It's lovely. So again, if you would like me to find out any of the codes or get you a link for any of these, then do ask me in the comments, and I'll happily go and have a look for you. So what do we have here? Now, I think these butterflies. And one wing, it's a gem. Not sure how I feel about that, because butterflies are meant to be symmetrical, aren't they? Yeah. There's a blue. Can you see that? Oh, I like that. So the shift on that is amazing. We've got blues and oranges. So we're just catching a purple there. When I got it out, I was going to say to you, well, this one's purple. And then it wasn't. There's a opal. I quite like those because you would set that flat on the nail and you'd have that raised. There's a whole range of colours in here. So let's just spotted this green. What do you think to that? Oh, I'm loving that. And there's pink and a red and a pale blue. For all my purple fans out there. There we are. I've got some beautiful cat eyes coming up from Double Rhythm later in the week that I'll be swatching, and they're lavender. A lavender set of cat eyes. Shall we have a look at some stickers now? So I'm just going to pull out a pack of stickers. I'm going to go through them. I'm then going to grab some polishes and start doing some swatching for you. Swatches, set of polishes. So these are little pink roses and gold on there. Very pretty, very delicate. We've seen these before. This is another those bohemian, like tiled sets. We've got some. Oh, this is a 2-pack. Oh, got some 2 in there. Right, so let's have a look. So we have roses. We have some other flowers. Love what you do. Do it now. Beauty. You are your only limit. Some quite powerful words on there, isn't there? All pretty flowers. And then turn the page. Start a new era of me. Do better. Not sure about do better. That was being a bit hard on yourself there. I'm sure that everybody is trying their best all of the time. We wouldn't be doing it too well, would we? It'll all be going in my sticker book anyway. Now,